Was that...
And Hayden is now back up to full health.
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
Oh, sweet, the immortal bacon made it with us. Maybe it has the powers of teleportation.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Okay, so we've got full party. Hayden is suddenly full health. Now, I think endurance is health points? I don't actually know what these green bars mean. Because it's not health, and it might or might not be endurance. Or maybe that's like fatigue. Hard to tell. Either way, no, I'm really enjoying this thus far. This is real good. Of course, this does make me want to go back and play Divinity Original Sin, just because that's co-op, but still, uh-oh. Oh, fast mode activated. Interesting. So you can do... So unfortunately, since I've got a dual monitor setup, that's a bit of a problem. Let's see if I can mess around with this a little bit. Can I restrict my mouse to this? Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh, area loot radius. Let's crank that all the way up. Let's see. Developer commentary. Nope. Quest updates. Nope, 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 nope. None of these are particularly interesting. Oh, we can actually change the difficulty if I'm getting my ass kicked. That's actually really useful. Come on. Where's the hide off-screen pointers? No, that's not it. Solid HUD background. That's not it. Come on. I saw it earlier so I could actually lock the cursor into the game. Oh, screen edge scrolling? No, that's not it. Auto attack. Huh. I swear I saw it earlier. Was it under graphics? Oh, cage cursor. I swear it was on cage cursor earlier, but... Yes? Okay, there we go. So apparently the transition actually undid the cage cursor thing. It was there and ticked, but now it's... Okay, now we've got it back. Sweet. So, note to self, I'm probably going to have to just switch that in and out. And hopefully they fix it. Anyway, so lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. And we've got more of that green crystal stuff. And the immortal piggy is completely unconcerned with everything that just happened there.
Far enough.
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Okay, so what happened out there? Who attacked us? What about everyone else in the caravan? You don't seem too upset about all of this. Or let's get going. Let's go down the list. So what happened out there? Caliska shakes her head. Windstorm, of a kind they only get in Air Glenfath. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glenfathan word is Biawak. To them it's the god's way of reaping the souls of the land. They couldn't find their own way out. They'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Who attacked us? Glenfathans. Those be the hut dwellers Odema warned you about. Look to be the Fangs of Gallowayne, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go rune to rune looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odema, I think he half expected this, once we lost the main road. Glenfathan said we trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Odema would never allow it. But as much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glenfathans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or... She glances down the passage beyond. There's looters in here with us, and that's not something we need right now. What about everyone else in our caravan? Caliska's lips press together, and her chin rumples. Her voice is faint. The wheels got hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. You don't seem too upset about all of this. Caliska looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse, too. Seen worse and kept on walking, because there's nothing else to be done. And because there's other people you care about who still need you. Let's get going. Look at how the characters just are like, really interesting. So the cursor lock goes away the moment I actually go into dialogue even. That is actually kind of frustrating in a way, because I don't want to keep ticking that on and off. So I'm just going to have to use the arrow keys for the time being. Hello. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zarip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. So we could go with benevolent or aggressive. Let's go with benevolent. The Zarip recoils, fingers wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you. Soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Well, let's raise our arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you. Same thing. Alright, in that case, let's slowly back away. Zorp watches you warily as you go. Can I come back? Can I talk to it? Oh, never mind. Apparently it's gone violent. Well, brutal murder. Actually, come to think of it, let's set this little bugger on fire. Burn, baby, burn! That probably could have been approached with slightly more delicacy. At least I get its spear and stuff. I guess. Let's actually take a look at our inventory for a second. So, we got beer. +1 damage reduction for 5 minutes. Alright. Well, few foreigners have much kind to say about the beer in Direwood. Where locals prefer to indulge in narcotics, beer is still a staple of every inn, home, and drunken feud. So we've got a bunch of junk in here. So we've got axes, we've got shields. Actually, come to think of it, I could probably use a better shield. Because I've just got like a small-ass shield right now. Oh, sweet. We've got... wait, have I just been punching things? Do I not even have a weapon? I don't actually have a weapon. Well, that is embarrassing. Let's take a look at what we got inventory-wise. So this is interrupt 1.5. 1 to 6... 3 to 19 piercing. 10 to 15 slash. Alright, so in that case, let's grab the spear. Seemed to have worked out very poorly for that dude, but still. Let's see, do we have anything else particularly interesting here? Most of this equipment is largely meaningless. Okay. And then you guys actually have weapons, right? Cool. What is this? Oh, it's a torch. Oh, she's beating them with the torch, hence why we've got fire. Alright, well, that works for me. So now we actually have a weapon. How did I not realize I was missing a weapon? Well, that is embarrassing. You can switch to a new weapon set by clicking the weapon icon from the character's action bar. And it looks like, it's actually kind of oh, wait, no, we could have just totally walked straight by it.
Do you hear that?
I think I made a mistake here. Anyway, let's grab this stuff before... Ooh, hello. Tattered journal. This small folio is torn in several places, and blood is soaked into several of the sheets. One latter entry is still legible, however. I cannot believe my luck. A few rounds of dice, and I got my hands on a genuine Angwithian artifact. A fellow who had it said it was pretty nothing, as far as he's concerned. He's not willing to go digging in some ruins, but if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then it's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll just head to Cillian's Lease in the morning. And then, it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. Okay, so we got a journal. Let's grab this business. Let's actually check our inventory for a second. It does not look like there's encumbrance here. It's just inventory slots, which I'm actually pretty okay with. And we've got Skull Deer Whelps. I really wish you could actually read... I really wish you could actually read tooltips on monsters here. Like if there's a bestiary. I think that would be awesome. As it stands, no such luck. So let's actually send the whole party in. You, let's knock this bastard over. You, set him on fire. You, blind it. Hopefully it's not more than one. Battle party! Well, he did... That was fast. Is that the encounter? That was the encounter. Do we have anything in here?
Could be a shortcut.
Okay, so we've got a shortcut of a kind, also an axe. Well, here's the thing. I'm not super interested in leaving yet, so let's actually take a look at what else we've got around here. Just because, holy shit, this looks interesting.
What are those symbols?
Ruins of Cillian Lease. We've also got a dungeon door to go through. Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Enable scouting mode to move stealthily and search for hidden objects like traps and secret doors.
Keeping an eye out.
Unfortunately, this is going to make us a little bit... Actually, no, we don't want pause. There we go, fast mode. Might as well throw that on. I actually know, like, if there's a reason why not to. But it looks like it's only going to turn yellow if they're actually detecting something. So there's that.
See if they left anything useful behind.
Okay, what do we got here? More torches, more shields. Yeah, it works for me. Anything else? We got camping supplies, a mace. Ooh, crushing. And hammer and chisel. What do hammers and chisels do? A simple iron hammer and chisel, useful for chipping away at hard surfaces, particularly ones that display structural weakness. Oh, we actually needed that, come to think of it. Alright, so in that case, let's switch over to this guy. Okay, so you've discovered some camping supplies. You can use the rest in the wilderness or dungeons, fully restoring all of your character's abilities and health. Easy difficulty allows you to carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find an inn. Most have cheap rooms available. Okay.
Well,
so in that case, is there anything else here? Does not look like it. Okay, off we go. So we got fast mode running currently, which means I guess we can scoot around fairly quickly, and let's get that mace on the dwarf, because it seems kind of silly for him to be using a spear. Maces are dwarven weapons and whatnot. Okay, and it looks like, yep, cannot do the cursor panning if I have to go to the right side, which is kind of unfortunate. I do not like this. Actually, let's see if I can go into the controls. Is there a pan camera up there? Aha! Here we go. A. Yeah, whatever. I don't care about attack. I may have broken it. Save changes. Cancel. Well, this is controls. Let's go back to that. So camera left, camera right. Don't care about double speed. Up. And down. Half speed. Yeah, don't care about those. Save changes. Okay, so now I can use WASD to pan around, which is exactly what I want. So now, here's the question. Have I hovered over the buttons in the middle? For the most part, I mean, most of this stuff is pretty self-explanatory, honestly. Because there's inventory, character panel, journal, map, stronghold. Don't actually know about stronghold. Oh, I get to have a castle. That's cool. Oh, what? Oh, you can hide it. That's interesting. That's good to know. So in this case, fast mode active, none. Let's turn it on, turn it off. Oh, I see. That's just the key associated with it. That's not super important. Here's the other question. F5, F8. So let's go with quick save. And let's try walking out on top of it. Uh-oh. Thought so. Ouch. When a party member is reduced to 0 endurance, they're knocked out. This means they are out of the fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate their endurance when combat ends. Even though their endurance regenerates after combat, health does not. Keep an eye on the bar to the left of a character's portrait to prevent them from being killed, becoming maimed or killed. Well, unfortunately, that was, I think, a serious mistake. That is why I quick save. I quick save a lot in these games. So, first and foremost, there is no reason for me to go out there yet. I thought I had a sapphire in my inventory. Where's that, alright, that's interesting. I had an item earlier that was like a sapphire-y looking thing, and I'm not entirely sure. Alright, let's just try going through this then.
of course.
Ooh, there's stuff here.
Those
Uh-oh.
symbols. Just like the tiles.
So what is this? A symbol of patterned circle is inscribed on this pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. So if we were fire godlike, we could set it on fire. Luckily, we got a torch. Flames kindle swiftly in the brazier, winding their way upwards. I guess let's run around setting these on fire for the time being. Not entirely sure what we got in here, but it seems like a puzzle or something important. Okay. And yeah, if you want like a hardcore run, this is not going to be it, so there will be a lot of saving and stuff like that. Okay, what else do we got around here? Piglet. Sweet. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Alright, keep going. I'll probably come back for those symbols, but it seems like we've still... Oh wait, hello. We didn't even take a look at this. What is this business? This mural must be ancient, yet the colors are still bright and vivid. Ah, I guess this is why they're defending the runes. I didn't actually know that the Glenfathan raiders that were running around murdering us were elves. That seems oddly uncharacteristic. Hello, what is that thing? Lesser black... Oh, shoot. Damage reduction... Oh. Oh, there's actually like a character panel for this. Well. Oh. They're shooting like acid at us. That ain't cool. Can you knock a slime over?
Yes.
Can you set a slime on fire?
How can I help?
Can you blind a slime? I don't know, but we killed it somehow. Alright, and we did 100 damage to it. So what is he... Oh, you know what? The fire probably murders it more than anything else. Alright, well, let's... Oh, wait. We've got, like, weird...
muck on the wall.
We got ooze plasma. Congealed mass of thick and opaque jelly. Sweet breakfast. And we also get a poleaxe. Ooh. A lot of damage, but at the same time, most of our guys are fairly... There's a lot of goofy gaps. Okay. A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down the wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clear off the ooze. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of its head, from the tight curls of the hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem fills the other. Oh, this is the gem I had earlier. Okay, place a gem in the eye socket. Alright, the chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. And we've got more goopity gaps. Well, in that case, let's go set it on fire. Everybody else.
What is it?
Unfortunately, telling it to attack a second time does kind of undo it. We've got... I can't inspect that right now. Oh, well. I'm not entirely sure what specifically did the most amount of damage to the lesser black ooze on the previous one, but that's okay. Was it with the fire? I don't even know. Well, we'll murder it fairly quickly anyway.
Yes.
Okay. We get more ooze stuff if I can manage to get to it. Unfortunately, the character move animation. There we go. Is that it?
Well,
is there anything back here? Oh, there is. Hello. What is this? We find a minor cloak of protection, which is Fortitude +5, Reflex +5, Will +5, Amethyst, and Adra. Which don't really understand, but okay, works for me. Now here's the question. We've got... That probably clears out like most of this. Oh, hello. These, we've actually... In lighting those torches, we've actually lit these things up. Which begs interesting questions, so we're probably safe as long as we don't step on the glory bits. Okay, well, let's quick save again.
Well,
and
how can I help?
you, seeing as you're dead men walking, you get to be Scout Man. Let's actually put him into sneaky sneak mode, just in case it's something bad on the other side. Anyway,
Found something. Worth a look.
here's the question: can
Found
you
something.
undo these?
Fresh air in here.
Change my
I think
formation.
we found an exit. Sounds like the storm passed too.
Oh, so this is how to leave. Well, we don't want to leave.
Worth a look. Found something.
We don't want to
Found
leave at all.
something.
Now here's the question. Let's quick save again, because I do this frequently. Let's see if I can disable these traps. You failed to disarm the trap. Okay, so I'm gonna operate under the assumption that there is no way to disable those because they're complete puzzle based. All right, that makes sense. Let's get back over here. Seeing as we got the chisel, we can bust down this wall. See if I can get something cool. Okay, a crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Push on the wall. Use the hammer and chisel to weaken the wall. You're set to work. The cracks lengthen and widen with your efforts, but the process is more taxing than you expected. Sweat beads on your forehead, and your muscles begin to ache. Continue chiseling at the wall. After several long moments, you begin to see a light on the other side. With one final tap, several blocks of stone shift, then tumble loose, clearing a gap just wide enough to pass through. Alright. I don't know if this is the exit or not, but it does seem like another chamber.
What's around the corner?
Alright, Hayden, seeing as you're volunteering, let's take a look at what we got. Now, I don't actually know if this guy is actually good at sneaking at all. So we got... Oh, hello. So we got more of those scolders. What else do we got in here? Seeing as we're sneaking, might as well make the most of it. Not much. So in that case, why don't we leave him here?
What is
Pick these two.
Of course.
Sneak them forward. Okay, combat has started. So you blind this guy. You two finish off the weak one. And then we'll continue on from here. Alright, glorious battle. Oh, shoot. Holy crap. That thing did horrible damage to somebody. What was that? How did it do so much to them? Wait, was that actually their health? Yeah, they got walloped by something heavy. I just want to see, Because that was the sneak attack. Oh, he actually got a sneak attack in. Good for him. I am very confused. Alright. Well, that was strange. Guess let's unpause. Do we have anything for this? I guess we probably could have completely bypassed that, but at the same time, we did get... Oh, bestiary progress. Skulder, 37%. So, I guess we do actually get a bestiary after a certain point. So we could actually have avoided that. But, you know what? Who cares? Okay, so... Oh, their endurance is getting lower. Their health is not... Oh, you know what? It's probably just accumulated damage that we haven't actually properly seen yet. Uh-oh. Speeders. Alright, well...
Yes.
Glorious battle. Let's just knock you down. Knock you out. Okay, so turns out burning, very effective on spiders. Good to know. Let's keep doing it. Yep, that is very effective on killing spiders. Cool. And since this is an encounter ability, I can just keep spamming that shit over and over and over again. So I see. So we could have completely bypassed that puzzle, but why would we ever? I think we even got experience for it. Oh, speaking of,
Quiet.
let's go into sneaky sneak mode. Even though there's not really a whole lot of reason for it, might as well do it. We got more... well, never mind. We are not very sneaky people. This does not surprise me, honestly. So let's actually...
What you need?
Let's actually, blind the main spider.
What is it?
I'm gonna have Calliska go after the small one. And these two go after the big one. Seems like a good situation to be in. Probably gonna take out the big one before we run into any other problems. Yeah, looks like Glod is running into a little bit of damage here, but it's not too bad. Super bad. Come to think of it. Oh wait, no. Not enough time for burning. Turns out, already done. Okay. So, what do we get? We get rear spider-like. There's lore for it. Spear spiders have long tapering front limbs, ending in a sharp point, which they use to impale their prey. This leg is covered in small backwards-facing barbs. Okay, what else do we got around here? We've got bats as large as chickens are strung in the web. Ah, sweet. Snacks. And apparently we didn't actually grab the spider leg. So, we've also got this over here. Might as well grab it, whatever it is. It is a bloodstone. Bloodstone is traditionally a dark stone, often a deep green. But the presence of pockets of iron or red jasper resembling blood spatter give the stone its name, as well as its value. And we also get a rapier, one-handed, interrupt, weak, bonus to accuracy, light and fast. Rapiers are precise weapons favored by urban duelists. They're not known for being especially powerful, but a skilled wielder can rely on rapiers to accurately land blows. Okay, so let's actually switch over to this guy, and he can grab him. Speaking of, I've kind of been ignoring this, but who's the weakest part of the bunch? I guess Hayden is actually some kind of ranger. Let's give him the cloak, which actually shows on a... Whee! I like cape physics. It's always the stupidest looking thing. Okay. So he's got daggers, which don't really do that much damage. Fast, though. And accurate. Versus this. Let's give him a rapier and a dagger. I don't know. For whatever reason, it just feels cooler to me. Okay. There's also a crafting menu. So we can go with food. Oh, boy. This is... I mean, I'm glad they're giving us all of these options here, because I think this would be excessive. That is interesting. I am floored at the amount of depth that they're affording us right now. Okay, let's take a look around. Anything else? Oh, there is. Let's actually switch over to scouting mode, even though our entire party is not particularly sneaky in the slightest. Works for me, so we get a helmet. Alright, yeah, let's put him on the dwarf. Just because he's, dwarves deserve helmets at all times. Helm! God damn it, there's like a paragraph just for the helmet. Helmets come in many forms, from the humble padded cap to the fully enclosed steel great helms. Different cultures tend toward different styles of helmets, but outside of the regimented armies, the type of helmet an individual wears often comes down to personal preference. Well, let's plonk that on his head. Wow, don't we look dumb. Sweet.
Well, I'll take care of it.
We're going like 50% Mongolian here. Kind of works for me. Hopefully I can get him some like really heavy armor plate along the way. Anyway. We're outside again. There's a dude there. It looks petrified or some shit. And the immortal pig... Oh, hello. Not petrified. Or, I'm not even sure what's going on here. Okay, older robed man. Four figures stand silhouetted before an otherworldly apparatus. An ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins. Inscrutable and ominous and looking like a silent observer. So that's probably this thing over here. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The face of one of the figures is distinctly visible, framed by long tendrils of oily gray hair, tinged dark at the ends and a thick beard that seems to obscure all trace of emotion. His faded robes are embroidered with runic language, unlike anything you have ever seen, and his head is crowned with a strange black headdress with two protrusions jutting out, one on either side like wings of some profane and malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
That kind of looks like a... Oh. Well, that's disconcerting. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet, and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision, and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place. Yet another time, you stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end is a great pillar of adra. Pierces the floor from below like a ragged spike, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. The work of perhaps a prodigious but fevered mind. Your thoughts are yours, and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with his thick gray beard and ceremonial robe, his oily hair tucked beneath a black cowl, and strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You're walking towards him now, at a pace that is hurried, while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. Well, that was interesting. I assume he's one of the main villains? Probably a minor guy. So, you awaken to find your malaise is broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. Well, that is actually kind of disconcerting. I guess? The figures of the machine stand frozen in place. Flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Wow, that is... weird. Like, why would they even volunteer for that? Oh, well, I don't even know. Hayden and Kaliska lie bloody on the uneven cobbles as... oh. Okay. So Hayden and Kaliska lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You're alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Well, fuck. Alright, I guess now we get to make the decision of getting our beer. This, nope, don't really care about the scale armor. We'll get it anyway. Is there anything else particularly useful here? Yeah, there is. Well, they have died. Whoops. Ooh, battle axe.
I'm no pack mule. Let's offload this junk.
Okay, so I'm carrying around too much stuff. So let's get rid of the leather armor. Let's get rid of the hide armor. Actually, do we have... oh, there's a... what is this business? We have, like, a stat... oh, there's a stash. Alright. Can I just load up the stash? Is there any limit to the amount of stashing I can stash?
Let's offload
Cool.
this junk.
So I guess I've stashed everything. We also get to level up here. So, our friends have died. Whoops. And I wanted to figure out what was going on with Kaliska's sister. Can I level up? How does level? How do level work? I clicked on the... do I have to click on the plus? Yeah, here we go. Glad Hammerson has attained enough experience to level up. So, we get 6 points left. We can put him into Stealth Athletics, Lore, Mechanics, Survival. Let's see. So, I think... purely because our character is... I'm going with the, like... the lore dwarf. I don't know. Lore keeper Glad Hammerson. Let's pile this up a little bit. And athletics is absolutely a smart idea. Actually, can I get rid of combat fatigue gain? Doesn't look like it. Who cares about stealth? We're not going to be going for stealth or mechanics. Okay, so in this case, let's just pile both of these up. Hopefully we can level more of them up later. Either way, one in all of them, fine. I guess it makes sense to do so anyway. And then do I get to... I'll take one out of stealth. And we'll throw it into lore. There we go. Okay, class. So we also get one remaining. So we can go with Intense Flames. So this increases our burn damage. Okay, so this modifies Flames of Devotion. Modifies Faith and Conviction. So the Paladin's beliefs become more than just a sum of her actions. Negating reputations that negatively influence faith and conviction. Good to know. Deep Faith. Gives us a defensive bonuses. Strange Mercy. When the Paladin defeats an opponent, nearby allies gain endurance. That's good to know. Misread lore as love stat. Dude, this dwarf, 100% love. God, that would be a great... I was really disappointed there wasn't, like, a true, like, charm and diplomacy option here. I really wanted to have, like, you know, Glad Hammerson, you know, Mandorf Supreme. Okay, so that's not a bad one. And, interesting. So the Paladin's Flames of Devotion heals endurance in nearby enemies. That's not a bad idea either. So I think I'm going to go with Intense Flames for the time being. More damage. It makes sense. Oh. There's also this business. Oh, shoot. There's a lot of stuff for me. So can I actually... Yep. I can go to a lot of things here. So we got defensive. God, there's too many options. I do not appreciate this level of just like, here are all of the things you can do. This is why I like talent trees. Talent trees are easy. This is just like, nope. Have everything. So we can do with this. Healing of a small amount on an ally. Did the pig survive? I have to check that. I don't even know. Okay, so we could go, recovery time. Nope. Don't care. Freeze time. Nope. Corrode. Nope. 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 Not fire. That's not a bad idea. Running in. and out. But I don't really care. Hold the line. What's this do? Engagement limit by 1. So, okay, you can engage 2 enemies at a time. That's not a bad idea. Reflex, fortitude, will. Let's see. Weapon and shield side. Oh, come on. Weapon and shield style? That's boring. Call it sword and board. That's what it is. Anyway, so this gives me shield deflection. And shield deflection also applies to reflex. Ooh, that's actually tempting. And then graceful retreat, defensive at disengagement. Okay, let's take a look at this. So if we go with adventure, it's that kind of thing. Battle axe, sword, morningstar, crossbow. Probably knight. Don't care about noble. Not a peasant. Not a that. Oh, there are blunderbusses in this game. Sweet. Can I dual wield blunderbusses? Blunderby? I don't even know. And we're not going to be a soldier. Don't care about that. One weapon style. Okay, so this... Oh, this increases the accuracy. So if you get a... So 30% of grazes converted into hits with one-handed weapons. So, let's see. And we're not going to be messing around with this. So in that case, let's go with weapon and shield style for the time being. I think. And then we're probably going to go with hold the line. Okay. And done. Cool. Okay, yep, no, pig survived. Everything's good in the world. I mean, mostly. We just lost our friends, but, like, let's be honest here. We knew them for all of grand total of, I guess at this point, a little bit over an hour. Anyway, after leveling a character up, you may want to review their statistics. Open the character sheet, and you already know that. Okay. Off we go. Totally not affected by the fact that our, well, we are losing our minds. Cool. Visions of what looked to have been some kind of weird workbench type thing? Don't even know. Can I... Oh, I can loot the ash bodies. I get a vessel flesh. Well, that's... Oh, there's a witch burning at the stake. Well, this is disturbing. This master of structures, formed of stone, Adrian copper, and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. Alright, time to leave. Wait. There's a plant. There's more plants. Sweet. Let's gather all of the herbs. Who knows what will be good for potions and stuff. Anyway, what am I going to do? So we can go to Valewood. We can go to Gilded Vale. We could actually... I think we have to go to Valewood, in fact. Because we definitely can't go to the... Whoa, okay, can I zoom this out? So this map is not as large as I think it is. However, I get the feeling this is only like half of it, if even. Was that? Yep. Nope. I don't even know. Okay, we're going to the Valewood. It'll take you 6 hours to complete your journey from Cillian's Lease to Valewood. Alright, works for me. Let's hope we can get some new party members soon. Because what I need is a mage, a cleric, and some kind of ranger thief type character. Okay, so journey to Gilded Vale, cross the Valewood, and more corpses. Why is it that our life is just effectively corpses at this point? Okay, let's take a look at our inventory. Our inventory is quite full. How do I open up this? There we go. Okay, the stash is quite full, so let's leave that. Don't care about the rapier. Can I do, like, shift-click to Yes, I can. Sweet. I'll keep that. Actually, no. We want that axe, don't we? Battle axe one-handed. Yes. Okay, let's just toss a bunch of this other stuff that we're never going to use. Like the tattered journal. Probably could sell that or something. And pull this back out. Okay. Because, I mean, there's maces. But then there's axes. And let's be honest here. Yeah, dwarves use maces. But more so, they use axes. Now let's get a cape. Good thing they're not airplanes. At this point in history, I don't even know. I would love to see, like, oh, shoot, I have a mole on my cheek. That's gross looking. Oh, well,
Take care of it.
Anyway, no capes. Let's see. Yeah, oh, sweet. Can we make friends with you? Nope, you're also a ghost. Damn it. Why is it that everybody I know is dead at this point? It is just embarrassing. Like, nobody's going to want to be my friend anymore. I'm going to get a reputation. Do you know how hard it... Oh, wait. No, there's mushrooms up here. Sweet mushrooms. I wonder what happens if I just start eating mushrooms left and right. I mean, I'm already, like, having visions of... blood moss. Great. Can you equip beer as a weapon? God, I wish. That'd be great if you could just have, like, a enchanted Beerstein. That almost seems like something that should be in Dark Souls more than anything else. So I think we're just having visions of, like, the dead at this point, which is not, god damn it, more corpses. Can I loot it? The answer is no, but I can loot the grasses over here. Alright, more things to shove in our face. River reads. Watch us just, like, show up to the town and just be like, here, I brought all this stuff. And the merchant just gives me the blankest of looks. It's like, what the hell would you ever need any of this for? You just picked grass and you're trying to sell it to me. And I'm like, eh? Okay, so we can go into a cave. Oh, wait, that's a bear cave. Yes! Time to go fight a bear. Hey, there's a bear. Sup, bear? Are you susceptible to fire? Holy shit. That was a lot of damage. I'm about to die.
You cannot venture forth while in combat.
Oh. Whoops. Alright, let's just... Note to self, cannot wrestle bear. Cannot wrestle bear at all. I was like, yeah, it's bear time. Nope, it's not bear time. Can I just, like, shove butterflies into my face? I hope so. Oh, okay. Cannot wrestle bear. Can wrestle wolf? I mean, I'm really disappointed there's no, like, advanced wrestling system in this game. I would wrestle the shit out of a wolf. I'd wrestle the shit out of everything. Burn, baby, burn! Where's my health at? I don't even know. 200... Oh, yeah, we're perfectly fine. Well, not much I can do about this situation. Come on, Piggy, help me out here. I'm having troubles.
Curse your eyes!
Curse your eyes. Wow. I guess our dwarf is also just, like, not a fan of eyeballs. That's not good. That's not a healthy disposition to have. Shattered pieces of a crate are strewn across the dirt, along with a few muddy vegetables. Oh, hello. Vegetable cart. Wait. My cabbages! Oh, wait, no, there's more than cabbages here. The grass is still flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, and squash have been overturned and abandoned. So it does look like we've got a box here that we can... Oh. So apparently... Oh, pressing Alt, of course. Alt is stealth. So the thing is, in prior... In, you know, the Baldur's Gate games, pressing Alt would show where, like, all of the interactables are. In this game, it's Tab, which honestly makes a lot more sense, but I cannot help but press Alt. Yeah, no, I want to go find a merchant to, you know, just run up and shove, like, a bunch of Oh, hello. Nanton.
Good day to you.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky motions. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Okay, so we can go with our caravan was attacked. We can go with honest. We can go with diplomatic, aggressive. What's your hurry? Let's see. So, let's go with, our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to the Gilded Vale. Hard luck. I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep to the road. And you haven't far to walk. But, you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine, we came here to hunt some deer. Came up to a bear instead. Great monstrous thing, and Pearly, well, he didn't make it. Shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In this case, the forest's already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Name's Nanton, born and raised in the Gilded Vale. Haven't a spot of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. Who names their kid Pearly or anything? Don't even know. Okay. So, what happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming? Nanton's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag, Pearly. He saw something in the brambles. He went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we know what was happening. The beasts will take what they will, I suppose. And this time, Galawain's favor fell upon the bear. Where'd you find this bear? In the cave, oh boys. Alright, we already know about the bear, come to think of it. With the magic of time travel, we did not get felled by the bear either. Okay, farewell. I was kind of hoping I could recruit him to my party. But still. Let's see what I want to do. Let's see. Who's fighting? Oh. Hello, outlaw. How do you like burning? You like burning okay. How do you like more burning? Seeing as fisting is not currently an easy option to me, which in retrospect totally could have been. Just because could have gone with lung, could have fisted everything. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. That is the one unfortunate part of combat in these games. Like, if you're just running around fighting on your own, it's just like, there's not much to do. At least in the beginning, just kind of wait for combat to get over. I really want to get some friends first. I really would like to get some bear arms too. You know, man, like sometimes I regret not playing like the druid or anything like that. I just know I'd be having a lot more trouble with this. Why am I just doing like pittance amounts of damage with my axe? What is this rogue made out of? Stone? I also have, like, the worst accuracy ever. Let's zoom in, and killing blow. Okay, good.
Let's set our spoils down.
Gimme shiz. So we get an open helm. Looks like there's no difference between the helmets I'm wearing. So in that case, I should probably just take mine off. And doesn't look like there's any other benefits. Let's just take the stuff. And just let me guess. Helmet does nothing. Helmet does nothing! Good. Oh, hey. More corpses. Wow, this place is actually far more immense than I gave it credit for. What's our health looking at? Don't know, but we got another wolf. Yay! I should probably go get party members before I spend too much time adventuring. Oh well, I might be in trouble. We'll see. I do have a lot of health. Let's engage in more burning. That is less effective at burning than I want. Okay, will we survive this fight? The answer is no. Run away! Let's go get party... Oh, fudge biscuits. Please let me run. I'm just but an innocent dwarf that doesn't afraid of much. Except for wolves, apparently. Most forest animals, really. My eyes. Damn their eyes. Turns out this was also a bad mistake. Run! It's Jefferson, come on, just... Nope, cannot venture force while in combat. Alright, so we have also died. Yeah! Back to the autosave. Time travel! I apparently pissed off the furries somewhere along the way, and it's just not gone well for me. Okay, so I think we're gonna come back to this area with friends, because as it stands, gonna get my ass kicked otherwise. Oh, right. There's this one. Can I, like, auto-calculate combat that I've already seen? Note to self. Save more often. I think I'm gonna go get my hands on, some party members before coming back here. Because that goddamn bear murdered us. And then, well, everything else murdered us, too. We're not... we're currently pretty much 0 for, what, 2 at this point for, success at anything. Which is pretty embarrassing. I need friends. I was thinking, just like, yeah, you know what, I could kill 3 wolves. Turns out 3 wolves is pretty ridiculous for this character right now. Which is pretty disappointing. Come on. Die. There we go. Okay, wolf. We're at 25% on wolf. Now let's go back, loot these things. That's just endurance, right? Okay. Let's grab this stuff. Go talk to this guy quickly. Don't know if it's actually going to make a difference, but still. See ya, Bippo. Talk to Naunton. Sup, Naunton? Alright, let's just go through these. I don't know if they matter, but it's better to get all the options you can. And then, oh wait, no, we can actually leave this direction. Good to know, because I do not want to stay here. Gilded Vale. 8 hours to complete your journey to the Valewood to Gilded Vale.